Hey guys, if you recall, last time we chatted, we just purchased this 2004 Land Rover Discovery 2. And we're calling this a TFL rescue rig because we're not sure whether, well, we're going to use it to rescue other vehicles or it's going to need rescuing. We're going to find out because these things are notoriously unreliable, including head gasket issues, 3 amigos. There's just a litany of things that can go wrong. But we're going to keep driving it until it explodes. And so far, we've had no issues with it. And we have done quite a lot of work to it since we last talked. But let me kind of show you what we've done. First and foremost, if you look up here, look at that. Check it out. We got some hella driving lights. We didn't get the really expensive LEDs. Those are old school hellas. We also fixed something on the back here. Let me show you. And that was the tailgate lock was broken, so anybody could get in and out of it. So we took it to our local Land Rover specialist and had them fix it, so now it does this. Did you hear that? Look at that, it unlocks. And now we have a vehicle that you can lock and hopefully not get stolen. But there is a bit of critical gear that we're missing that we're gonna put on this vehicle today. And there is a bit of critical gear that we're missing that we put on it recently, and that's right up here. Yep, it's a high lift jack. Because when you've got a lifted vehicle and you're off-roading, a regular jack won't do. Now, if we get a flat tire, we can actually change it because the one that came with the vehicle, which is actually hidden under the hood right here, was missing. So we had no jack with it. Not a good way to go off-roading because if you ever get a flat tire, you're going to be stuck. All right, let me show you some of the other stuff that we bought. We paid a visit to our friends at Harbor Freight, and we bought a whole bunch of, well, basically off-roading gear. Now, of course, anything from Harbor Freight will kill you when you use it, but that's okay. That's kind of part of the deal, right? We spent less than $100, so let me show you what we got. Oh, that was already here. Let's see where we put the new stuff. That was already here. That's our whole recovery kit. So we got basically recovery straps, gloves, all the kind of stuff you need. We also have this Webasto refrigerator / freezer that we got from our friends at Webasto. So this is now part of the recovery rig so we can keep our beverages cold or frozen. But here's the new stuff that we bought. First, we have a sleeping bag, and that'll be important because, well, it goes with what we're putting on the vehicle today. We also have some coolant, some extra oil. It is a Land Rover after all. But $100 later, look what we have here. We have a tent, which we won't need. You'll find out soon. Look at this. That is the Overlander's best friend. This is like a $9 shovel. We're not putting it on the side because I'm sure it'll rust as soon as we put it out there. We also bought a flashlight. We bought a toolkit. And of course, the most important thing of all, check it out. Look at this. We have a survival / hunting knife. Now I'm not sure if this is to ward off bears or bad guys, but yeah, they want to know that I was I think 18 when I bought this. So we have a serious knife, and perhaps the most important thing, various amounts of tapes and zip ties. You can't go wrong with that. You can never have enough of those. And of course, we got some D-rings so that if we do need to do some winching or some pulling, either of the vehicle or of other vehicles, we have a D-ring to do so. Super glue, duct tape, basically just a small amount of gear for when we take this thing off-road and overlanding so that we're set. So that's all the small stuff that we bought, but we did make one, okay, come on. We did make one major purchase, which I will show you now. I'll put this back later. Come on with me. And this is what we're going to be putting on the vehicle today because you can't have an overlanding vehicle without this. Hold on a second. Let me open the, wait out here, Tommy. Let me open the garage door. Voila! We just picked this up yesterday. You come around this way, we'll show you what it is. It's the most important bit of gear for any overlander. That's right, it's a rooftop tent. Now this guy is the Yakima Skyrise Medium, sorry, which means it is good enough for 3 people. They're like $1,400, but because it's almost Labor Day, REI was having a sale, so we got it for $1,100, which was great because we didn't want to spend more than $1,000. And then we figured out that we also needed this to put this on. These are basically the crossbars that go up on the Baja rack, because you can't apparently mount the tent directly to the rack. So we had to buy this. So all in all, we ended up spending $1,500 to get a rooftop tent to put on the Discovery. And I'm super excited because coming up right now, guys, it's a long introduction. We're gonna put on this tent and we're gonna have a little fun with rooftop tents. You ready? Let's do it, Tommy.
Wow, it's a big one.
Yeah, it's a 3-person. So the instructions say to open it up and to take all the stuff out of it.
I'm gonna open up the window here. There's stuff.
Yeah. All the stuff we have to attach. Vehicle rack system must have a minimum of 165 load carrying capacity. You know how much that Baja rack is?
Like 700.
Yeah, so we have to attach the ladder. I don't know how we're gonna get it on top of the car though. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty heavy. It's really a 3-man job. We did get the bigger one. I mean, we could have gotten, there's a small, medium, there might be a large, I'm not sure. We got the medium because we're pretty big guys. It's like, 3-person or 1.5 Romans.
The first step was to measure the tent and figure out how we wanted to orient it on the vehicle. The tent can fold out in 2 different ways, over the side or over the back of the Land Rover. In this case, we decided to try folding the tent over the back of the truck. However, because the Land Rover sits so high, it does present some issues.
So the tent ladder is 8.5 feet long, which means we can go about 8 feet up, and we're already at 7. If you measure up to here, it's 7 feet. So it's going to be pretty tall. And the downside, of course, of that is we're going to have a lot of weight on top of the vehicle, which means that you increase your center of gravity, you raise it, which means that the thing can tip over a lot easier when it's kind of like this. Chances are we're going to do this wrong. I'm probably have to redo it. I'm just saying. This is our first attempt at putting on a rooftop tent. We are by no means expert at this, so I got a feeling this is going to be take 1. We've already lost the instructions.
Oh, here they are.
And we already found the instructions. No matter what we do, we have to do this first, Tommy. We gotta take these fake Max tracks off. This high lift jack won't fit in here. This thing will hit.
Or you put it on the side of the rack.
I don't want to put it on the side because anybody can come and steal it. Plus, you can hit my head on it. I want it on the roof here. Mounted like that. Just like that.
Sure, let's do it like that.
And then put the tent off the back?
Yeah, we'll try it.
Want to try that?
Yeah, we'll try that.
Alright, let's try that. That looks like, at least it looks like it belongs. And then we have some space in the basket for other stuff. Quite the illustration there, Yakima. Was this the son's owner? Was this the owner's son? Was this the owner's son who got at this? Is that you? It's so cute. Look, it's a potato man. Potato man.
The tent mounts to crossbars via these adjustable brackets, which of course do not come pre-installed. Now you'd think this would be a simple job of just screwing them into the base, but it is quite a finicky job involving crawling into the tent with one arm, using the other arm to line up a captured nut. The whole thing is just very finicky and rather frustrating, and of course it leads to...
We've already lost one of these bolts, so we're stuck. Can't put these guys on without the bolt. It really is a finicky and silly way of mounting, and I'm really surprised that Yakima doesn't give the thing pre-mounted. I mean, these shell tents, the clamshell tents, are a lot easier to use, and there's a reason that they're popular, because this is really finicky. We've already been here probably about an hour screwing with this, and losing a bolt is pretty common. How long you could probably drive to Home Depot and buy another one faster than this.
And that is exactly what I did.
What's another bracket they could have put on? Just, you know, ship it in a little bit bigger box, but that probably would cost another $2 to ship. So instead, we get the joy of spending the afternoon
Touching brackets to stuff.
attaching brackets and stuff.
None of it's hard, it's just like a pain in the butt. It never is. Time for the ladder.
Alright, go for it. Do you know which way those go?
After installing and securing the waterproof cover, it was time to move on to the crossbars.
We got a Velcro chuck first.
This Baja rack does not come pre-installed with crossbars that we need to install the tent to, so we really had two options. We could either buy the bars through Baja Rack and bolt them on top of the rack, or buy the bars through Yakima and install them that way. The Yakima option was cheaper and pretty low profile as well.
So the idea is put the front one on and the back one can slide so that it fits our cross rails, and then we'll tighten those down, and then we'll put the end caps on the cross rails. Yeah, memory foam, look at that. It's gonna be comfy to sleep on. That's really nice. From the center to the center I would go.
No, it's to do the big end of the big end.
34 3/4. Yeah, it'll slide forward a little bit. It'll slide a little forward. It should work.
After readjusting the position of the crossbars so the clamps could effectively tighten down to them, it was time to button everything up and check out the final product.
You know, Dad, it's less of a rooftop tent and more of a rooftop apartment. On like the 3rd floor.
Yeah, that's gonna raise the center of gravity super high. That's what I was worried about. But this may all have to come off and back if the tent is too high, if the ladder doesn't come down. Well, let's see. How you doing? Help me, Tommy.
Okay, hang on. Let me put this on the tripod. Okay, come in. Good.
Good news is the ladder is long enough.
Will the tailgate open?
I doubt it.
I bet it will.
Well, this thing has to get out of the way.
Yeah, there's like these little, so it rolls up and then there's these little straps.
Okay.
Okay, see if you can open the back.
Look at that. I think that was the right call, huh? Now it won't rain.
So now, like, you can be back here
Yeah.
and you can get to your little fridge,
Yeah.
right? You can get to your fridge, you can get to your stove, and you've got a nice bit of shade.
Yeah, we won't need an awning, huh?
Actually, we have another ring on the ladder you can undo as well.
I feel like I'm on top of the world here. That did take a ridiculous amount of work. Basically 3 hours to do that. I think it's worth it. What do you think?
Yeah, it's cool. I'm glad the ladder works.
Come on in. Well, I think it's time to go camping.
Yeah, I think it's time to go camping for sure.
Why don't you lay down? You look like you're really nervous.
No, I'm good.
Yeah?
Comfortable. Very hot, okay.
You don't look comfortable.
Okay, cool.
All that work. All right, you can get out.
Yeah, get out.
Here, I'll give you the camera. So we still haven't figured out those little 8 little poles and how the rain tarp flap attaches. But I can't wait to go camping, Tommy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a bit of a pain in the butt to put together. We had a little bit of a stressful situation there. But let's take it for a ride and see if it makes any noise, huh? Yeah, let's take it on the highway here and see if it's loud and if it makes any annoying noises, because that would be tiring. All right.
There's 35.
There's 30. It's not exactly a pocket rocket.
To begin with.
Yeah. It's not exactly a Hellcat accelerating, is it? No, it's fine.
58.
All I hear is the big tires, but that's normal.
60.
Yeah. A little bit more wind noise, maybe. That could be the air conditioner. There you go, no air conditioner. I just hear the tires.